Hello, welcome back to Sage and Stone Homestead. My name is Heather. Before we get into the content that we have today, I wanted to give you an update on Talia and her milk. So Talia and Breezy here, both of their milk was starting to taste bitter. Talia's was exceptionally bitter, awful tasting. We gave them B12 injections and I am very happy to report that their milk is again sweet and I can combine it with everybody else's. So I'm really grateful that we got that resolution for our goaty or bitter milk situation. But today we are taking pictures of all of the mini La Manchas because I will be entering all of them in the MDGA virtual goat show. Since Shindy's right here, I want to try to get her. A lot of my goats are dam raised and usually they're very handleable like this, but I've got the leash in my pocket because if I have the leash in my hand, they know that, you know, I'm wanting to do something with them. They don't exactly trust the leash, so hopefully she'll let me catch her. She already knows. I set the camera down and she's like, no ma'am. No ma'am. Pretty Alara here, we've already shaved and taken pictures of. Hey! I think they like you better, so I'm gonna have you help me. Do you want to show yourself off to the camera? That's the whole point anyway. Come on! Oh, go ahead. I'll get him now. We didn't get Shindy, but I've got Tizzy. Come on. We're gonna go get you a nice haircut. I'm sorry. So I want to let it be known right off the bat that I don't personally think that my goats are garbage goats. No, they are not the best as far as show quality goes, and I don't expect them to win anything. By entering this goat show, what I'm going to learn is what a third-party educated source thinks about my goats and how they rank against each other. So I haven't had a chance to breed a lot of my mini La Manchas because a lot of them are really small at the last breeding season. So many of them are going to be shown in the same class, and I'll be able to get the professional opinion of the judges in how the goats rank against each other, so that when I can bring them into milk, I can use what I see of them as far as their milkability and things and what I like in a dairy goat personally, and contrast that with what the judges think in order to make my calls for future breedings and future culls. Little Miss Tizzy here, she is one of 3 does that we got out of our doe Elpis in 2023, and so they have the same sire, they have the same dam, they were of the same litter. I'm so interested to see how they rank against each other so that the judges can see their structure a lot more easily. I am going to be giving my goats a show clip, which I've never done before this year. I have done a few before this video. I'm definitely not a professional at it, so just understand that up front. I have a couple sets of clippers. This one has a size 4 on it. It clips them down shorter than what they are, but it's not so short that they'll get a sunburn. And then I've got this separate set of clippers that has a few different adjustments on it, and I can use this for their legs. What I've figured out after shaving a few goats is that I need to take advantage of clipping their leg hairs short while they are still interested in eating grain. So I'm gonna throw a little bit of grain in front of her and then clip her feet, because by the time she's just interested in the grain, I'll be moved on to the body, and that's easier. Tizzy has such gorgeous hair. Each individual hair is like almost striped. Isn't that so pretty? It's gorgeous. Now she's shaving down to this beautiful chocolate, but I think this might classify as roaning. I'm not sure. She's got some little spots that I didn't realize were there too. I found that they seem to really like being shaved, except for their feet. She didn't do too bad with her feet, but they seem to really like the body shave. A lot of people will do this even when they don't show, just to give their goat some comfort in the summer, and I will probably take advantage of these clippers in order to do that for some of our longer haired girls that I'm not showing. Plus, it's just really fun to see what's underneath all that hair. One of the things that makes me ultra proud about my minis that we've had this year is my main goal with my herd is to breed a parasite resistant goat. We live on very wet, very muddy land. It is not the most ideal situation for goats. I do not have a ton of browse. So my goats do a lot of nose to ground grazing in a wet area. It's really not good. I noticed though, out of my herd, that I had several goats that seemed to just do well with that inherently. And so I've been trying to breed that in to a higher capacity goat like a La Mancha. The parasite resistance has been more on the Nigerian side of my herd. So combining the two breeds hopefully is going to give us a nice hardy goat that gives a lot of capacity. That's really great for a homestead milker. I don't think Tizzy may have never had dewormers in her life. I'd have to look, but I'm pretty sure she never has, and I know she never had coccidia. I'm gonna try to show you this FAMACHA score. This is something that I wish that they would judge on in shows, is the health of the goat. But truthfully, an unhealthy goat really isn't gonna have great condition. So there is that, but look at the FAMACHA score on this girl. Oops, come on, let's show them. See that in there? It's good and red. I'm gonna get the rest of her shaved up and then I'll show you how I'm taking pictures of her for the show. All right, so I've got my little picture taking station over here. They suggest that you have a solid background so the judges can see all the lines of your goat well, and they also require there to be a solid floor. There. Now remember, Shindy is not a trained show goat at all, and so she's not super comfortable on a lead at all. That's okay, we'll give her some time to kind of settle in. You want to stand that way? Okay. When I'm getting her side profile, I'd like to show the judges the angularity of her neck, the prominence of her brisket, and also her nice long legs and the way that her feet touch the floor. So I'm trying to get her squared up. And this is one of the reasons I use my GoPro camera to do this, because if I can get them in a good position that they might only hold for a second, that's fine. I can take a screenshot of the video and use that. Good girl, okay, let's square your toes. Not bad. Wow, it's like you're a pro. So they need one side profile, they need one front picture, one back picture, and one picture of the goat from the top, like bird's eye view. So we'll try to get the front now. Good, they want to see your lovely front end width, okay? And then her back, Shindy is not in milk, so there's no udder here. Stay right here. Good girl. This one is a little bit hard for me to get by myself. I'm just gonna take my camera. I need to show the whole goat from head to tail in this shot. Just like that. There. It's the introvert's goat show. That's how you enter. Even with a goat that's not show trained. Her dad is moon spotted. Those might be moon spots. Would you like to go back with the herd after you take your pee? See, I think she has moon spots. You were hiding moon spots under all that hair. That's fun. You're all right. There you go. Keep going. Like I mentioned, I don't think my goats are garbage goats. That is what my goats have been called by other goat people, astonishingly. It's my opinion that no matter where anybody is on their goat journey, if someone has a passion about goats like you do, that we should just be willing to meet people where they're at, especially when they're clearly in the beginning phases of something really awesome. Here's how I see it too. I've been told that I just need to sell XYZ junk goat and buy a better doe. Just buy a better doe. I don't see the fun in that. I'm trying to build something here. I'm not trying to just drop $1,000 or more on someone else's project. Not that their project and their journey hasn't been valid, and not that they haven't earned the price tag on their goats. I'm not trying to say that. What I'm saying is I'm trying to build from the ground up. I'm trying to build something that's valuable not only in the show goat world potentially, but mostly the homestead world. I would really like to just hone in on that. But I think that this assessment that we're going to get from the judges from this virtual show is really going to help me as my herd grows, when I inevitably have to make calls, and every year when I have to make my breeding choices. I'll be able to be more informed about what builds a great goat, and then cross that knowledge with what I know works well here on our land and build something really awesome. And I think that should be celebrated. Aren't you handsome? Yes, you are. So we have until the 30th to make all of our submissions. So I've been working slowly in the heat to try to get all of the goats that I'm going to submit shaved and entered. And then, oh my gosh, this is a bad habit, ma'am. This is a bad habit. And then sometime in July, we will get the results and I'll be able to share them with all of you. Tori, you're looking stunning. So Tori, we did not breed here. Tori is from my friend Dee's herd, Buck Creek Stables. They are entering a few of their goats in the show, so Tori will be there with her brethren. She's looking good. You're hard to video because you're a bottle baby and you love to be like Velcro, huh? Come say hi, Winnie. Yeah. So we could enter Nigerian dwarfs into this virtual show as well. We just gave Winnie her tattoo, so that's why her little ears are green. The requirement is that the goats that are entered have to be registered with the MDGA, and I have not cross-registered Winnie over there, but I'm thinking about it. I do have some pretty nice Nigerian dwarfs that I would like feedback on as well. Speaking of, Foxy girl, getting beat up. Her and Alara have been sparring a lot, but I think it's friendship sparring. Oh no, Tori's getting in on it too. Oh, is Foxy coming into heat? Is that what this is about? Yeah, I think you're probably right, Alara. What is this dance move, Alara? So I've called it the Introverts Goat Show. So it's that, but it's also really helpful if you've got goats that you'd like feedback on, like I said, that are not leash trained. It's helpful if you're concerned about disease transmission. Showing is hard, showing is expensive. It takes travel, sometimes it takes overnight stays, it takes a lot of planning. You're working on someone else's time. Like I mentioned, this goat show, it's been live and open for a whole month now. So you can kind of do things at your leisure, which is really helpful for me. And it feels super low pressure. And I think that it's gonna be a really productive thing. It's gonna be really productive input for us.